Hello there, it's Samantha. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Samantha and this is my channel where I talk all about books. Anyway, today I'm coming to you with a video all about my goals for the next year. These are just going to be my bookish and channel goals for 2022. I'm not actually going to talk about personal goals because I like to just keep those to myself, but we are going to talk about my goals for Samantha's books and my reading for the next year. If you missed yesterday's video, I reacted to my video talking about my goals for 2021. So if you want to check that out, you can see how I did for my goals last year, or I guess this year. And yeah, but today we're going to talk about the goals for next year. So my first goal is the same goal I had last year, which is to post once a week. I would love to post once a week on this channel. I said in my video yesterday that 2020 was such a good year for me on BookTube. I felt so connected to the community and I was posting so regularly and having such a fun time with it. And then in 2021, I don't know what happened, but I just was not feeling it at all. I took two 3-month-long hiatuses. So yeah, I basically took like 6 months off of BookTube in the year, which is not ideal. So yeah, it's definitely something that I would like to do more regularly, even if I'm just posting like some reading vlogs, stuff like that. I don't know. I know why I haven't been posting. It's because I've been like having so much change in my life with graduating and trying to find a job and everything. It's been like a crazy time, and not even to mention the fact that we're still in a pandemic, which has been going on for such a long time now at this point. I know we're all sick of hearing about it, but like, let's acknowledge it. It's crazy and it definitely affects our lives a lot. So yeah, I definitely have not been posting a lot this year, and that's something I would like to work on next year and post just once a week. I think is perfectly fine. Another channel goal I have is kind of ambitious. And I never, ever set like subscriber goals or anything like that. But I think that maybe if I post regularly, we could grow the channel a little bit and reach 1.5K. Maybe that's ambitious. That is ambitious. You know, we're gonna change it. 1.25. Let's just get an extra like 200 subscribers and reach 1,250 subscribers. That would be nice. Just to, I don't know, just to set a goal. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I don't care about the subscribers. I care more about the engagement. That's like a goal that doesn't even need to be there, but I just, why not? Why not put it there? My next goal is to get my physical TBR pile down to 0. Basically, ever since I started my BookTube channel, which was 7.5 years ago, I have been buying books like crazy, and I've always had like this big stack of unread books hanging over me. And last year, like in 2021, so I guess this year, one of my goals was to get my TBR down to 10, and I'm not quite there. Spoilers for yesterday's video if you didn't watch it, but I'm not quite there, but I'm so close. And I think it's perfectly doable to get it down to 0. And then after that, I will only get books from the library, or I'll buy like one book at a time. Buy one book, read that book. That's how people do things. But on BookTube, I think that everything is different, and I feel like there is sort of a bit of pressure to do like book hauls and stuff like that because those perform so well. So I think that a lot of people fall into that trap, and that's something that I have like realized in the last few years, that like you don't need to do book hauls. So I have definitely cut back on my book buying, and yeah, ideally I want to have no books hanging over me. I just want to be able to go to the bookstore, pick up a book and just read that, or go to the library and get a book and yeah, not have to worry about that, you know? So that's my goal. It's kind of ambitious, but I think it's definitely doable. In a similar vein, I want to try and work on my digital TBR because I have a lot of ebooks and audiobooks, which I just forget about because they're not like visible. I can't see them in front of my face staring at me, so I forget about them. And I really do fall into the trap of like seeing that an ebook is on sale and I'm like, oh, I've heard about this, or it's like popular or whatever, so let me just buy it, and then I don't read it. So that's definitely something I want to work on because I have a lot of books that sound really interesting to me, but I just don't get to them because I forget about them because they're on my phone, hidden in an app. So yeah, I definitely want to work on decreasing my digital TBR a bit. My next goal is to read 52 books. I set the same goal in 2021, and it's basically just a book a week, which is definitely doable. So yeah, I just kind of want to keep it the same. I'm not trying to read a bunch more books. I just want to keep up the habit of reading like every night before bed, and then in theory, I should definitely be able to read a book a week. My next goal is to host a readathon. I had this ridiculous idea for a readathon months ago. Like, I think it was in April. Like, it was a long time ago. And I think it would just be so much fun. My sister helped me come up with all the prompts. Like, I have it all planned. I just haven't followed through and like made the announcement video. So yeah, I really want to host this readathon. It's so ridiculous. It's gonna be so fun. I haven't hosted a readathon in a really long time, like many years. I used to host, like, occasionally I would host like a little 3-day readathon thing, and I think I did it like twice. But apart from that, I've done like book clubs and things like that, but I haven't hosted a readathon in such a long time. I think it would be really fun, and it's something I want to do this year. My next goal is a goal that I also had last year, which is to read more adult books. I have outgrown YA, especially like old school YA. It's not for me anymore. I'm too old for it. I hate to say that, but I'm too old to relate to these high school problems and the drama. I think adult books would be better suited towards me, or maybe even like just new adult, like just something that transitions between young adult and adult. So yes, new adult basically, and adult books as well. I found that like I really enjoyed a lot of the adult books that I read this year. In fact, my favorite book of the year was an adult book. So yeah, I definitely think that young adult is just too young for me now. I'm not going to stop reading it, but I definitely want to have the majority of my reading be adult books. That's the plan, like 60% at least be adult and new adult. In a similar vein, I've also discovered that historical fiction is one of my favorite genres, and I don't know why, but I never read it. I just don't reach for it at all. I think because it can sometimes be a bit slow, and also it can be very sad a lot of the time, especially the books that are set during wars. But I love it. I don't know why, but I just love it. I think it's because I love history, and also I like when books make me feel emotional. So I love historical fiction. Actually, I think 2 years in a row, my favorite book of the year is going to be a historical fiction book, because I haven't announced my favorite book of the year, but I know what book it is, and it's historical fiction. Clearly, historical fiction is a genre that I enjoy, and I need to be reading more of it because I don't read enough of it. My next goal is a more specific goal, which is to read one non-fiction book a month, because it's not even really a genre, it's more of a category, but I've really been enjoying non-fiction books this year as well. So if I read one non-fiction book a month, I think that could be really great as well. Also, I can take it a little bit more slowly, and I can read it alongside fiction books. But I just think that I would really enjoy it. I have a really long list of books that are on my non-fiction TBR, and I'd love to start working through it because there are so many interesting topics to learn about, or, you know, maybe not even like learn about, but like just to find out more information. That's what learning is, but whatever. So many interesting books out there, and there's so many fascinating things that have happened in the world. So yeah, I really want to read more nonfiction. So one nonfiction book a month. I'm going to try and commit myself to that because I think it would be beneficial to my reading enjoyment times. That's not a good way to phrase that, but let's move on. My final goal is another like channel goal, and that is just to do more like themed reading vlogs, because like I said, with the readathon idea I also had like multiple ideas for really fun themed reading vlogs, and I just didn't get around to it because it was like I wanted to post it at a specific time of year, and during that time of year I couldn't because I was busy with whatever, whether it be university or a reading slump or whatever, so I just didn't get to those books. So I would love to be able to do those themed reading vlogs because I have a bunch of ideas, which I think would be really fun. Yeah, those are my 10 goals for 2022. Crazy that we're about to enter the next year. I can't believe it. Hopefully I can do well on my goals this year and have a really great reading year. I feel like the last 2 years I've just been reading mediocre books, and I really want to just love everything that I read. I want to feel passionate about it again. Hopefully I stick to these goals and they help me have a better time. But anyway, that is all that I have for this video today, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you're here, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'm posting videos every day for Vlogmas, so I will see you tomorrow. But please leave me any of your goals down below. I would love to know. But that is all, so I will see you tomorrow. Bye!